So happy to see this. Finally, the meme stocks are all falling apart. And by meme stocks, I mean just these overhyped up companies that were trading at an insane multiple of what they actually produce. It was Palantir yesterday, and today it's Hims. So Hims is down 22% on the day, and they tried to cover up the news with their announcement of Hims and Hers acquires US-based peptide facility. No one cares, right? The thing and the reason why Ozempic, first off, was trading at such a high multiple was because of this Ozempic shortage. For those that do not know, there is this Ozempic semaglutide shortage from 2022 to 2025, and Hims has been absolutely skyrocketing. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Hims was one of the best performing stocks for 2025 because it's been pumping so much. It was announced today that shortage is no longer. So therefore, this demand that there might have been on Hims and on the Hims brand will most likely no longer be there. So be very careful with people that encourage you to buy the dip. The only reason that it was so aggressively performing was because of this shortage. So it says Hims and Hers has been a mega outperformer for investors, growing at more than 600% over the past year, largely on the back of its compounded semaglutide products that mimic the effects of Ozempic, which again is a weight loss drug. And because of that shortage, there was a surplus of demand for Hims and Hers, right? So that does make sense. But guess what? That shortage is no longer, and it was just announced today by the FDA. So what's going on? A correction, because again, Hims never belonged trading at $73 per share. It never belonged trading at a $15 billion market cap. It was an overhyped up stock that, again, Wall Street turned into a meme stock. There's Palantir, there's Hims, there's what's the other one? TEM is going to be one of the ones that comes crashing down. It's already showing signs of reversals. I'm so excited for it because there's so much money to be made. Don't get me wrong. If you think that these are incredibly bullish companies and you want to, go long-term on them, be my guest. The only one that I can kind of see that on is maybe Palantir because there's a little bit more conviction with that. But especially with what was just announced yesterday and the possible budget cuts in the Defense Department, I want to see, again, how Wall Street handles its shiny, beautiful toy Palantir. But there is potential for Palantir to potentially hold there, even though it trades at an insane multiple. But when it comes down to SOUN, that one's already been crashing down. I'm not surprised on Hims. Hims is crashing down. I shorted Hims today. I didn't short it overnight. I actually shorted it during today's live trading session. We shorted it into the sell-off, re-entered that short, and then re-entered once again. I'm up $6,000 on the day so far. I also shorted Palantir, of course, as it came back to retest in today's live trading session. So all my LPP teams saw it. It came back up to retest, same pre-market resistance when it ripped back up, opened up short, and then covered at previous support range, played it safe. $1,600 is what I walked away with. And then I shorted SOUN as it ripped back up, came back to retest. I love trading overbought reversals. It's no secret. It's not like a super secret strategy or anything like that. I just wait for a stock to come back to retest previous highs. I open up short, I add more when direction becomes favorable, and then I take profits at previous lows. That's all. But I do it live in front of my team, and that's why there's so much interest in watching me trade live. If you ever want to, it's the second link in the description down below. But again, the big one today is definitely Hims. So the thing that I want to make very clear is some people are trying to say that, oh, the reason Hims is selling off is because we're not sure about this acquisition. Feel free to believe that if that's what you want. What I'm here to remind you is the only reason that it had such a huge, why it was a mega outperformer, and again, do your own due diligence, was because of this Ozempic shortage. And this was pretty much a substitute for that Ozempic shortage. Today it was announced that Ozempic shortage is no longer by the FDA. Look it up. And because of that, then again, the demand for Hims and Hers over a period of time should naturally just begin to fall because therefore, if there's the real thing that's available, we don't need Hims and Hers. Now, again, they could obviously come up with their own viable solution, but as of right now, the hype is over. And what I've experienced is you just need one big domino to fall for this overhyped up beast to fall apart, right? And I'm so happy that we're able to see it. And I'm happy that I was able to get my little piece of the pie as this thing begins to retrace. So very excited to follow up. Just wanted to make sure that I update you guys on why there's so much selling pressure. If you want to buy the dip, be my guest. Just make sure that you do your part and only putting yourself in positions in which you can tolerate. Could this be an overreaction and could this thing recover in the short term? Possibly. But I think if you understand fundamentally on why this company was pumping up so much, that you now understand why so many people are taking profits. Even look into the insider trading of their CEO selling millions of dollars worth of hims and hers at these overpriced values, right? So I think it speaks for itself. I wish you guys nothing but the best. This was my main focus for the day, and I'm super excited to follow up. So I hope that earned a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing, and if it's not too much to ask, like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. I'll see you for our live trading session on Monday. Second link in the description down below. Take care, team.